At some point in time, almost everyone has remarked upon an experience which, for the moment, made them feel like a rich person. During senior prom, I rode around in the back of a limousine that made me feel like a millionaire. Last week I dined at an upscale restaurant. I had the filet mignon that made me feel like a Wall Street tycoon. Last night at the bar, I ordered something from the top shelf. I lived it up like a high roller. Yes, indeed, that made me feel like a rich man. You know what makes me feel like a rich man? Riding around in the back of the bus throughout your city, looking out the windows at the legions of the lost. The homeless, the houseless, the disenfranchised, the transient, the helpless, and the hopeless. I see them every day. I see them by the dozens, by the hundreds. I see them bundled under tarps and in makeshift tents. I see them huddled in bus shelters. I see them wandering down the middle of the street. Most recently, I saw an amputee crumpled in a wheelchair with a blanket pulled all the way up over his head, like a child under a sheet portraying a ghost for Halloween. Parked on the sidewalk with his back to the rest of the world, as if he had been dumped off on the side of the road like so much garbage, hidden beneath that blanket, alone and shivering in the cold. I am told that there are modern schools of thought which dictate that you must never downplay your own suffering. That just because there are those who have it worse off than you, this doesn't invalidate all of your own troubles, all of your own wails and woes and lamentations. I am aware of the schools of thought, I understand them, but I do not necessarily acknowledge them. As a matter of fact, more often than not, I reject them. You see, in truth, I am not a wealthy man. I am not rich. But I have a roof over my head. I know where my next meal is coming from. And I have a bed that I can crawl into and die every night. So you see, by contrast, I am abundantly wealthy. Why, I'm a multi-billionaire with the Midas touch. Yes, that's what makes me feel like a rich man. Riding around on the back of the bus throughout your city and seeing all of these lost souls. It makes me feel like a modern-day Rockefeller. It makes me feel like a rich man, a very rich man. It also makes me feel powerless, ineffectual, and absolutely useless.